ILTV Plus, your news from Israel and more 24/7. Start your free trial today. Subscribe at ILTV.tv and watch from any device. In other news, we head back to the Gulf for the second and final installment of ILTV in the UAE. And this time, ILTV's Asaf Nissan rejoining us from the Israeli pavilion at the Dubai Expo on the International Day for Disabled Persons. The focus shifting to issues of accessibility.
We're here today to commemorate the important day of the international recognition of people with disabilities, or here as they call them in Dubai, people with challenges, since you don't consider them people with disabilities, but they're actually normal people with just challenges. The day, which was proclaimed by the United Nations in 1992, was created in order to promote the understanding and basic rights of people with disabilities. And this year at the Expo, Israel has decided to bring forth its own experience in the promotion of people with disabilities.
We brought 4 technologies from Israel to showcase themselves and show what they do in the areas of assistive tech, as we call it. A huge display of experiential display, so people can experience what it means to be disabled, kind of what it feels like to sit in a wheelchair, what it looks like when you can't hear, what it sounds like when you can't see. So the whole experience here is quite amazing, so that people can know what it feels like.
We bring our winning projects, our award-winning projects about training, about raising awareness and making people not just talk accessibility, not just talk disabilities or determination like it is called here in Dubai, but really getting to know the person behind the disability.
And it turns out Israel has a lot to teach in the field, as a country with close to 9 million people has over 1.5 million people with disabilities or challenges living in the country. Here in the Expo, Israel has been showing quite a few groundbreaking developments in the field of accessibility that will hopefully help improve the life of those who are struggling with those challenges.
We can develop a speech recognition technology with machine learning AI component that can learn, like we humans can learn the person unique or speaking, and then enable the person with a speech disability to communicate with anyone and everywhere.
Our technology is collecting data from the sitter and transfer the sitting in a personalized manner for his needs.
Originally, the solution was developed for ALS patients, and as we started to develop the communication solution, we saw that other patients can also benefit from the eye control, so we expanded the solution to other cases such as people after stroke, spinal injuries, CP, etc. And these days we even grew the technology and the potential benefit of it to other markets.
Despite the late entry to the game, Israel became one of the most advanced countries in the world in the field of accessibility due to its special element of being a startup nation. Therefore, there's still a lot of work, but at least we got a half glass full.
Israel in the last 20 years became one of the most advanced countries in the world regarding accessibility and inclusion of persons with determination. Fortunately, we also see around the world more and more countries that are adopting accessibility regulations and standards. And I think it's probably one of the biggest social revolutions going on today worldwide.
Coming to Israel, and nothing was accessible, but much important than that, nobody knew what is accessibility. And today, all the kids, everybody know what is accessibility. People much more understand what somebody that has a disability need and how to talk and to look at this person straight in the eyes.
Of course, none of these amazing startups and display could not be done without the help of organizations such as Startup Nation Central.
We couldn't have done it without Friends of Access Israel, which is an organization operating from the US, Google, and of course the Ministry of Regional Cooperation and Ministry of Foreign Affairs with our partners JNF and Startup Nation. The idea is when we came here a month ago and we shared what we can do, basically the amazing guys leading this pavilion said, you know what, we want it all.
This time we collaborated together with Kakal JNF, Access Israel, the Ministry of Regional Cooperation, and also the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to bring together this amazing day for people of determination, as they call it here in the UAE.
Asaf Nissan, ILTV.